This is Steve Yoder. Welcome to Week 10 in Legal Studies 246, the legal environment of business, here in the fall of 2016 at the UAB Collat School of Business. We have a busy week this week that will end on Friday night, November 4, 2016 at 11:59 when the second exam closes. It will have opened the day before that. But there are a number of things, including 2 quizzes from this learning module, as well as a quiz from the last learning module, that will all come due on Friday night, November 4 at 11:59 p.m. Our topic this week is the law of the sale of goods and creditor and debtor rights. Take a close look at this graphic to illustrate when you can perhaps use a statutory law called the Uniform Commercial Code to resolve legal issues in your transaction for the sale of something. If it's for the sale of goods and it involves a merchant, then you can perhaps find the answer and properly use Article 2 of the Uniform Commercial Code. If it does not involve goods and a merchant, then you will have to go back to the common law of contracts, which we covered in our prior 2 learning modules. So we will be covering what is a good and what is a merchant. The Uniform Commercial Code provides what you might call a light version of the law of contracts, and we will be talking about how exactly the law is made lighter. Here is a summary that shows where some shortcuts can be taken if your contract is for the sale of goods involving a merchant. Another topic that we will cover under the Uniform Commercial Code are the remedies that are available, just as we looked at remedies available for contracts for the sale of real estate and services. The Uniform Commercial Code introduces a very important concept of warranties, both express warranties as well as implied warranties. We will then move on to the laws that assist borrowers and lenders. Here is a list of 3 types of laws that affect lenders, also known as creditors. Another type of law that affects or that protects creditors would be a suretyship or a guarantee. Those are 2 very important terms that mean different things, and I will almost certainly have in the question pool for the second exam 1 or more questions that's designed to test your understanding of the difference between a suretyship and a guarantee. The bankruptcy code, or at least the concept of a bankruptcy code, has been around since the time that the United States Constitution was adopted. It is divided into chapters today, and we refer to the different types of bankruptcy according to those chapters. Most bankruptcies are voluntary in nature when you believe that at some point in the near future you will no longer be able to pay your debts as they become due. That point does not have to have already occurred. It is possible for it to be in the future. The bankruptcy code has been tightened up, you might say, in the last few years. Congress in 2005, for example, included a new presumption of abuse for people who are filing for bankruptcy, consumers who are filing for bankruptcy, if they make more than a certain amount of money, and the amount of money depends upon the cost of living in your state. Here are the thresholds for Alabama. Businesses can file for bankruptcy if they decide to remain in business. They would file under Chapter 11. Here's an opportunity for extra credit that you must take advantage of before the second exam closes on Friday night, November 4 at 11:59 p.m. Tell me by Googling this article what percentage of the 500 largest companies in America actually file for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Is it the same percentage as Donald Trump would like you to believe? Again, all you need to tell me is the actual percentage by Googling that article. The final topic we will be covering is the topic of mortgages, including how mortgages are foreclosed on. A mortgage is the name for the protection that the lender gets for lending you the money to purchase your home. The process of taking that home away from you if you don't pay back the loan is called foreclosure. Finally, here is the week of October 30. Again, you can see that there are 3 separate quizzes due, as well as the second exam, all due on Sunday night, November 4, at 11:15.